Chapter 11, Lesson 3, which is dividing polynomials. In this lesson, we will learn how can we divide the polynomial. To divide the polynomial, you have used the same techniques as we did in the dividing real numbers, such as if you have if you have 2 plus 4 minus 6 as an example. These are dividing by 2. It can be written in this form, or we can say like this here. In both of them, now we cannot simply imagine now, okay, we can say 2 plus 4 is, okay, let's make it as 8, or this is as 8 here. So 8 plus 4 is 12, minus 6 is 6, over 2 is 3. This is a way. Another way, we can use the distributive property of division. That's mean you can say it is a over 2 plus 4 over 2 minus 6 over 2. That's mean you have to distribute the reciprocal 2 onto 8 plus 4 minus 6. Okay? Here, as you see now, we have to distribute 8 over 2 and 4 over 2 and 6 over 2. Then you have to say 8 over 2 is 4, 4 over 2 is 2, minus 3, 6 minus 3, which is 3. So, which is the same answer I get before. This is for the numerical fractions, that you can distribute the number onto the numerator. Here we can do the same steps when dividing a polynomial into a monomial. Monomial, that's mean a term from only one term, and polynomial, it's more than 2 terms. Now let's see how to divide a polynomial into monomial. In this one here, we have 9x cubic minus 6x squared plus 15x. They are divided by 3x squared. So then here, what you have to do, as we did in the numerical fractions, I have to do here now in the expressions. I have to divide 9x cubic into 3x squared. Then, so like distribute, then minus 6x squared also into 3x squared. Then plus 15x into 3x squared. Okay, distribute each term into 3x squared. Is it clear?
Yes, miss. Yes, teacher.
Then after that, simplify if we can. Here we have 3 times 3 times x times x times x over 3 times x minus up here. We have 6. We can say it's 3 times 2 times x over 3 times x plus 15, which is 3 times 5 times x over 3 times x. Now, by the way, you can simplify them without expanding or factorizing. You can say like this one and this one is x by saying x cubic over which we said before in chapter 7, if we have x cubic over x squared, it's mean x cubic, you have to subtract the exponent, so you have to say x. We can do this step. X cubic and x squared, you simplify it, you get x. And 9 and 1, you get to 3. This one, they cancel each other, you get 2. And this one, you get here 5, and you keep down x. Or you can factorize it as I did now. Then let's now simplify. So what did we have now? 3x. Then 2 plus 5 over x. This is now the simplified form of dividing a polynomial into a monomial.
Miss, it will be negative x because x minus x squared, it will be negative x.
Here it is x to the power 1 minus x squared, which is x to the power negative 1. Or you can write it as 1 over x.
And 5 multiply x, okay. Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes, yes, miss.
I don't understand it very much.
Yeah?
I feel it's a little bit hard.
Now, let's solve another question.
Okay.
Now, let's try to solve A now. Inshallah, you will understand more. Now, here we have 4a cubic plus 10a squared plus 3a over 2 or divided by 2a squared. Okay, here we have 4a cubic plus 10a squared plus 3a divided by 2a squared. In this case here, what you have to do? You have to divide 4a cubic by 2a squared. And then
Miss,
a
this was
squared.
yes, over 2a squared.
Then 10a squared over 2a squared. Then plus 3a over 2a squared. Is okay, Huda, now?
Yeah, till now, yeah.
You dispute each them. Now then, 4a cubic, how can you write it? Is it 2 times 2? And how many a we have here? A times a times a. We have 3 a's. Over 2a squared. How can I rewrite it?
2a times a.
Bravo. Then here, 10a squared. It is 5 times 2.
5
It is 10
times
times 2 is
8 times 8.
2 times 8 times 8.
Times 8 times 8.
Yeah, then 3a above, keep it as it is here. And then 2
2a times 8.
times a times a. Then let's now simplify. A with a with a, 2 with 2. So what did you have here?
2 and a.
Bravo. Plus a with a with a, 2 with 2. So what do we have now?
5.
5 plus a with a. So what do we have now? 3 over
2 3a. 2 over 3.
over
3 over 2.
bravo.
A.
This is now the answer.